Let's go, Buffalo! Woo! It's all going week one of the NFL season. Hello and welcome back to Mind the Snap, the NFL podcast from the UK where we break it all down. From Sunday drama to Monday morning headlines, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Lee, and we've got a packed show lined up for you this week. We kick off with the top 5 headlines. Bills' Scorigami comeback versus Ravens. Dan Jones' historic Colts debut. Rodgers versus Jets, Fields versus Steelers. Chiefs' Xavier Worthy injury. And Derrick Henry's historic touchdown.
And then we are joined by our very first fan guest. So Gilly joins us on the show this week to give us his takes on the NFL season.
And we roll into our preview and predictions, looking at matchups that matter most this weekend. And look back how we got on in week one.
No spoilers, it was a good week for Team Ryan. And after that, it's time for Explain the Play. This week, we're breaking down the role of the special team. It's special teams, special plays, special players.
And finally, our divisional spotlight shines on the NFC East. So who's feeling the heat? Who's a star man? And how we think the division will play out.
I am so excited that the NFL is back. One, I can't wait to review our predictions. Snappers, it's time to mind the snap.
So Ryan, it's time to dig into those headlines. We're not just skimming the surface here. Let's break them down one by one.
And we start with my boys from Buffalo. The Scorigami comeback versus the Ravens. So the 41-40 win over the Ravens. Honestly, I thought Baltimore had that locked up. They were up 15 with only 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, and the history was against Buffalo there. Teams trailing by 15 plus that late. They lost 717 straight games. But Josh Allen said, "Not today." He went 4 for 4 on that final drive. Then the defense forced a quick stop to set up winning kick.
I mean, it wasn't even just Allen either, was it? I mean, rookie running back Ray Davis, I mean, he punched in 2 scores. I mean, Baltimore fans, they must be sick of that collapse.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, it's such a statement win. Buffalo showed they're still contenders and not pretenders. I think it's going to be a preview for the MVP there, I think, that game.
They're both going to go far. I mean, it's a great win for Buffalo. What a start to the season. And what a game for the start week 1 in the NFL, but they'll both be there or thereabouts, I imagine, at the end.
Yep. So moving on, we have Dan Jones' historic Colts debut. I mean, the Colts may have found lightning in a bottle with Dan Jones.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, he goes from a messy end in New York to leading a team that scored on every single drive. I believe that's the first one that's been done like 5 decades.
On his first start for his new club. Incredible.
That's how you introduce yourself
exactly,
to the fans.
The Colts must be buzzing. They've not won a week 1 game since 2013. And Jones ended that drought in style. 33-8 win over the Dolphins. They were woeful, but you've still got to make the play and score the scores.
You can only beat what's in front of you. I mean, the key was the protection run. I mean, he wasn't even sacked once. I mean, if the team can keep him upright, maybe this year could be the comeback story of the year for him.
Yes, indeed. I don't think it was treated quite how he deserved it at the Giants. So we'll see how he gets on at the Colts.
Then on to the next one, Rodgers versus the Jets, Fields versus the Steelers. I mean, now here's some drama. Aaron Rodgers in the black and gold, back at the MetLife facing the Jets. Those boos were raining down.
Well, then they let him have it. But Rodgers didn't care. 4 touchdowns, 244 yards, and a 34-32 Steelers win. Oh, the classic Rodgers chip on his shoulder stuff.
And a twist. I mean, the guy replacing him in New York, Justin Fields, ran for 2 scores himself. I mean, Jets fans left that stadium probably conflicted. I mean, do they cheer for Fields or do they cry like Rodgers has trounced them?
It felt like a sliding doors game. One franchise said goodbye, the other said welcome aboard. So we'll move on to the Chiefs' Xavier Worthy injury. On the tough side of things, rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy did get his shoulder in Brazil. Just his 3rd snap in the NFL.
Man, that is brutal, isn't it? I mean, Chiefs fans, I mean, they were excited to see him lined up with Mahomes, especially with Rashee Rice suspended. I mean, now let's talk about possible surgery for him.
Yeah, if he's out for months, that's a massive hit right now. The wide receiver one looks like Marquise Brown, and he's been very inconsistent. Had a little bit of spell in pre-season, but is he up to that level, especially with the Eagles coming up?
You're bang on there, mate. With the Eagles coming up, I mean, that's going to be a tough ask for them. I mean, they've still got Travis Kelce, but this offense could look very different without Worthy stretching the field.
Yep, very much so.
Then moving on back to the Bills. I mean, Derrick Henry's historic touchdown. I mean, we end on a brighter note. Derrick Henry keeps smashing these records, literally. His 107th Russian touchdown puts him past Jim Brown for the 6th all-time.
That's legendary company. He's now behind guys like Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Marcus Allen.
What I love, he's still physical in a league that's gone all in speed and finesse. I mean, defences don't know what's coming, really. He just bulldozes through them. Yeah,
and I think if he stays healthy, he could realistically finish top 3 all-time before he hangs up the boots.
He is a machine, isn't he? Like, carrying on from last year. It's like he doesn't age, actually. I mean, I'm sure every season he's just continually racking up those rushing yards.
Yeah. I think we've spoken before in the pub, saying he can't keep doing this, can't keep taking the hits, can't keep bulldozing through.
He still keeps going. Yeah.
So to wrap this up there, so Bills comeback magic, Dan Jones redemption, Rodgers drama, Chiefs injury woes, and King Henry climbing the throne.
Week 1 was absolute chaos, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, buckle up, because if this is just the start of it, it's going to be a crazy season.
It's going to be wild.
Welcome back, Snappers, and this week we have a very special guest, fan of the show, Gilly. Welcome to the show, Gilly.
Hey up, lads, you alright?
Yeah. It's great to have you on here, mate. It's how you doing? How's life treating you?
Yeah, life's good. Life is good, I think. Especially after, the results over the last week. Pretty interesting to see some of them scores coming in, so...
Week 1 was good, wasn't it? I mean, there were some crazy moments in week 1. For you, Gilly, what was your Broncos win, I'm guessing?
Yeah, definitely. So, seeing the Broncos get the win, I mean, it was a hard-fought win. Offense didn't look great, but that defense looks pretty epic this year. So, like they say, it's a offense wins games and defense wins championships. So, who knows?
Exactly, yeah. Well, they've got some dodgy fantasy results for us, but there's a long way to go, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, in this section, we like to ask our guests the same questions each week. So, kind of a bit of consistency, and then we can, at the end of the season, we'll look at everyone's predictions, see who got it right, see who was close, who was way off, those kind of things. Well, it's your time to shine.
Sound.
So, first off, who do you follow?
Well, I'll start off with a little plug first that I've got my No Dak jersey on. So recently went to North Dakota. So, little plug for the Fighting Sioux rather than the Fighting Hawks. Just shout them out. But yeah, like I've just said, the team I follow, Orange and Blue, Denver Broncos. They're my guys.
What got you into the Broncos, Gilly? Where did the Broncos come from?
It's a bit of a mad one, really. That so growing up, being in Liverpool, it's not any other sport other than soccer, football, and it's Everton or the other lot. And it's like there was a group of us like in the street in Liverpool, and then like one day one of the lads come out and he's got a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey on, and he's got an American football. So all of us are like, what's that? What are you wearing? So he starts going on about it, and we start lobbing the ball around, smashing it off people's windows and cars, and just booting it all over the place. And it was that kind of thing. It was like, oh yeah, let's all like the Buccaneers, because he was the only one who had a jersey, and that was the only team any of us had actually sort of heard of at that moment. But then I think it was the '98 Super Bowl, which was the Broncos Packers, got shown on Channel 4, and I seen highlights of that, and it was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Seeing John Elway, and it was just fantastic. But, because there was no sort of real coverage, like when we were growing up, it was just terrestrial TV, but it was barely ever shown. So it was, Madden. And Madden was the way that you sort of watched the game and played it. And there was another one I don't know if you used to, played or even heard of it. It was called NFL Blitz.
Yeah,
and it was.
I remember that.
It was the game, and it didn't have any rules, so you could smash the quarterback late, and it was just amazing. But yeah, playing it on that, was the way to sort of, maybe learn a little bit of the rules, but just have a bit of fun with it. But sort of the more, like, growing up, and the more that Sky got involved and started to introduce the games, allowed us to sort of watch it more. And then the only way to buy jerseys was when the internet started, online shopping and that. So I think the first jersey I ever bought was Reebok at the time, so it was a Denver Broncos royal blue Eddie Royal jersey.
Nice.
That was my first one. It was absolutely.
I do like those Reebok classics.
Yeah, they're wicked. And like I've got one for the missus for the game in London in next month. So she's got a retro Dolphins jersey. But so more sort of like getting to watch it when Sky got more of the games and that, and then with the international series coming over as well. I mean, you'll remember, right? Broncos came over in 2010.
Yeah.
And we were in Afghanistan, weren't we? But luckily enough, managed to watch the game while we were there. And I was devastated, thinking, this is going to be the only time they've ever come to the UK.
Yeah, that was a trial, wasn't it? That first time. Let's see how it goes. See if it's popular.
Yeah, they played the 49ers, I think it was. But yeah, I think they lost as well. So maybe, in hindsight, probably a good thing I didn't get to go to it. But yeah, thinking, they'll probably never come again, and I've missed my chance because it's just too hard to get to Denver. But just thought, sod it, go to games anyway. And I think it was this. I went to the Pats Rams in 2012. So that Danny hates me because I got to see prime Tom Brady and prime Gronk.
That would have been good. Like many people in the UK can probably. I mean, obviously, it was a game, but there wouldn't be many people that managed to see Tom Brady as prime.
And then it was 2013. It was Jags 49ers, but the Broncos were the live game on Sky after the game. So went back to the hotel, into the hotel bar, and it was absolutely rammed with Broncos fans. All UK Broncos fans and a few others like mixed in, but all watching the game go crazy for it. So, that's sort of, I think, building through just seeing bits and bobs, learning myself, but then Sky, and then actually getting to go to games over here, it is kind of what built it all. And, just sticking to my guns as I am going to stay up late tonight and I am going to watch it, even if I am tired for work tomorrow, I don't care. And just watching as many of the games as I can.
Who's your favourite Broncos player then, Gilly? From you start watching them, who's your main man from Denver? You can say, let's go with past, and then we'll do who's your current favourite player.
So I think past, because of how hard it was to watch it, you'd say John Elway. It's just that
legend he is.
Big face and big teeth. And sort of getting more and more and more into it. Like Tim Tebow in 2010. He was just maybe not the greatest quarterback, but just so much fun to watch play. And then Von Miller.
He's probably a cult hero, isn't he, really?
Yeah, he is, isn't he? With his old, like, kneeling down, giving it the prayer and all that. And it was that game against the Steelers. It was the first time they'd done that new overtime rule where it was a walk-off touchdown would win the game.
Yeah.
Threw it to 88, Demaryius Thomas, big win against the Steelers in the playoffs. But I think we got beat by the Patriots in the next round. But Tebow was class. And then
who's your main man now then?
Well, now
he was a beast.
I've got to go through Von Miller first.
Yeah.
And he played for the Bills. Then he went to the Bills after the Broncos. But that Super Bowl 50, just laying it onto Cam Newton all game, class.
Yeah.
But now
I think he's up there, Von Miller, for most sacks. I think for someone.
He's right up there, isn't he? Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I might be wrong. So if anyone does hear it, say, "Ryan, you're talking a load of rubbish, maybe." But I'm sure I saw somewhere where he was up there with one of the most sacks in history or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, he's an absolute beast on his day. But now, I like Bo Nix. That because he came in last season as a rookie and did really well. I mean, he had a rough game last week, but I think he'll still come good through the season because it's only his second year. But Nick Bonito is outstanding. So I think it kind of leads into that, like quarterbacks to begin with, but leaning into the edge rushers are just these big dudes who move that fast. It's insane.
We were talking about Micah Parsons last week, like how good he is. I mean, that man's a machine. I know we'll probably cover some of the results, but he was a beast, didn't he?
Watching the Packers this week, that was the first time I've really, because I've never been a big Cowboys fan, so watching Packers this week, I didn't realise how good he was.
These guys defy the laws of physics, how they move that weight that quick.
100%, man. I mean, you probably covered it a bit there, Gilly, but what got you got you into the NFL?
Well, it's more that what's your welcome to the NFL moment? That
See,
one where it's like, this is it.
I was trying to think about that, and it's kind of hard to pick because there's quite a few moments that I could possibly say that, you know, it was hard. It was hard to kind of follow the Broncos, like I said, with TV, but from sort of, you'd say, the early 2000s, the Broncos were pretty poor. With, like, was it Kyle Orton and Jay Cutler, and, you know, with Vance Joseph Fangio and Nat Can't Hack It, as I called him when he was the head coach. Really, really poor. But, you know, I think watching Super Bowl 48 with Peyton Manning and getting all that way and then getting blown out by the Seahawks was heartbreaking. And I think when I watched it and it actually hurt that we'd lost, I thought, well, that's it, innit? I'm invested now. This is me.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you'll know yourselves because you follow football over here as well. Yeah. And when you lose, it hurts. And then when that happened and we got all that way to the final, the big game, and lost it, it really, really hurt.
I can't imagine there's many NFL fans who haven't had some sort of heartbreak. Because obviously it's so competitive. I imagine there's always somebody that's some sort of heartbreak at some point. Yeah,
because I mean the season. I mean it doesn't seem that long either when you think about it. As long as like a Premier League season or something like, hockey or NBA, there's so many games.
There's only
a finite amount of games, isn't there?
There's 7 or 8 weeks off, isn't it, for soccer? It's like 7 or 8 months off for NFL.
Yeah, and you've got so long to have to just wait to even get to pre-season to see, can we do it again? Can we get back there again? And then it took us, 2 years, didn't it, to get to Super Bowl 50 and actually win that one. And again, even watching that was that elation and how amazing it felt to see them win was, you know, that really sort of cementing it in that, this is me. I love this and I'm fully invested and I'm going to stay up late and set alarms and get up at silly o'clock in the morning. Even if it means I'm shattered going to work, I don't care. I'm watching the game.
I am loving that. That is good.
Yeah, so what are your predictions then? So what do you predict for the Broncos this year? So take out the heart and just
don't think with the heart.
With the head there.
I think we'll, because last year it looked a little bit hit and miss if we were going to make the playoffs, but we made it. But I think this year I would say it's nailed on that we'll make the playoffs. But could we? I think we could get a good run at it, but it depends how the tree lands going to the Super Bowl.
There's a lot of good teams in it.
There's
You're
so
right. When
many
the Broncos
good teams
made it last year, I mean, they played the Bills, but the Bills and the Broncos for the first
half of that game
were really,
were really
they
good.
were really pushing the Bills.
Massively dropped off in the second half, and you could see the better team won the game on the day.
But they're built on solid foundations, aren't they? I just don't think they've had enough depth to maintain that quality. And that's where the Bills' depth and the quality shone through, and it.
I think experience as well, with certainly for Josh Allen. You know, there's a lot more experience there.
Yeah. So playoff push at least for the Broncos this year.
A good solid playoff push. I think we'll win the West.
Yeah.
I think we'll definitely win that. Good playoff push. Super Bowl if we're lucky.
You wouldn't be a fan if you weren't at least pushing for the Super Bowl, would you? Like,
because you know it's going to be like a.
Do you know what? We're going to have a
losing season, whatever.
Unless you're a Dolphin.
Yeah. Or a Pats fan, Danny.
Well, he was giving it big licks about, he looks so good, and then first game of the season, that looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
what about the Super Bowl then, Will? So everyone sort of, again, we said to tell everyone has similar picks early on, but what are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, it seems like the season as a whole this year I think it's going to be mental. Like, teams you think are going to do really well might not do as well as expected, and other teams are going to be there and thereabouts that are going to really surprise people. But like you said, heart says Broncos. I have to say it, but head, I mean, I like the Bills. I do like the Bills this year. And
Gilly's the main man now. He's leading the fandom.
the Ravens are, that was some game on the weekend, and they just
You'd
look
hard to
so
look past
good.
both of those, wouldn't you? I think both sides would have a good push for it.
Yeah, I mean that's got potential to be the championship game. That
will Alan have another quarter like that at the end of the season? But the Ravens are just so strong.
Yeah.
There was a rookie mistake from knocking the Chiefs out last year, weren't there? Or the year before. So that was so they've got the experience, haven't they? But
yeah.
Would they be your pick then, Will? Do you reckon it's going to be the Ravens?
Or the Bills? Which one you?
I'll stump on the Bills, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you are a favourite.
I'll stump on the Bills.
Yeah.
But I think, and I'll throw this in there, if the Broncos play the Bills in the playoffs and can get past them, the Broncos will win it.
Ooh, you've heard it here first. That's
it's a bold call.
This. Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
it's a bold call.
The teams that beat, if you knock out the Bills, the Eagles, the Ravens, you deserve to win it.
Yeah.
It's as we're doing in soccer, football. If it don't matter who you play in the FA Cup, does it? It's
no, exactly.
Yeah,
winner takes all in it.
Exactly, and you can draw Wrexham in the third round and Man City in the fourth.
Or you can lose to Grimsby.
Yeah.
Or you can lose to Grimsby. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a funny game, isn't it? But you can only beat what's in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even that, like, injuries to key players changes everything, doesn't it?
We've said that about the Chiefs. They're 2 injuries away from not even making the playoffs.
That's if Travis Kelce doesn't go around injuring his own players continuously, smashing them off the ball and that.
Yeah, thank you for that, Travis. You took out my wide receiver for the 0 points for Xavier Worthy. Yeah. Starts me off with a defeat.
I think I've got you next game,
I think so, yeah. I think even 5 points I would have beat Steve.
Oh, wow. Well, for anyone listening, actually,
50 yards.
He's in our fantasy league this year, aren't you, mate? So...
Yeah. Got a win on my first game, and there was a point where I thought, I'm blowing this, because Bo Nix was having such a terrible game, and I think he was dragging in some negative numbers.
Yeah.
But, the Broncos' defence, I think they got 16 points, which really dragged me back up again, because they laid it on the Titans.
People laughed at you picking defence first, for that. Who's laughing now?
Exactly, we got one this week. Give a shout out to my cousin, Mr. 2 Minute Mike.
2 Minute Mike.
We had first pick defence, Will.
Yeah, and I nailed it. I absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. Well, when your defence scores more than your quarterback, there's something wrong, isn't there?
Yeah, does say a lot, doesn't it?
Good. Well,
thanks for joining, Will, to answer some of our questions. The first honorary fan to the show.
Anytime.
Obviously, we'll carry you on as we see what your predictions are for week 2.
So welcome back to our previews and predictions. So game week 1 did not disappoint. So wow, welcome back NFL. So plenty of drama for us to get into this week. So Ryan, do you want to kick us off with game 1?
Yeah, so we started off last week with the Eagles versus the Cowboys. Bit of Thursday night footy for us. Result, the Eagles beat the Cowboys 24-20. From our predictions, it was, we all got it right. Myself, you and Victoria from last week. So a W on the board for us for the first game we picked.
It was, yeah, what a start. So the Eagles held on to a thriller. The dreadful weather delay. And a little bit of a spicy moment right after kickoff. With Jalen Carter getting ejected.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. That
sort
of set the tone, didn't it, for the opener, really? I mean, chaotic, but it was very clutch.
6 seconds.
I mean, the defence bailed them out.
Yeah. 6 seconds on the clock.
I don't even think it was that, was it? It was like literally before the whistle had even gone. It was like, I don't fancy playing. See ya.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give the Eagles credit. I mean, Jalen Hurts looked amazing.
Yeah.
And even the Cowboys themselves, I mean, they give the Eagles a bit of a game. So I think everyone thought the Eagles were literally going to wipe the floor with the Cowboys. But fair play to... There was opportunities, which CeeDee Lamb, I know everyone's saying he had some opportunities there to bring it in for the Cowboys, but the Eagles held firm.
Exactly, yeah. I was that man this week. It was a tough one because I thought Saquon was involved as he usually is. Some pivotal plays, but on both sides of the ball there. And Hurts was very good in spells. But I think I'm going to give it to Dak Prescott. So I think he gave the Cowboys all the ammunition they needed to win. They just couldn't grab the game or the ball when they had momentum.
No, I mean, it was what a way to start. I mean, as we said at the beginning, 6 seconds in, you're like, wow, welcome back NFL. We are up and running.
As you said, though, as well, with everyone thought, oh, yeah, the Eagles are going to smash them, but that's like just a Cowboys stigma in it. You just think everyone's going to batter them, but it never usually happens that way.
I think, though, we noticed that as soon as Carter was gone, that was a route through for the Cowboys. They just targeted that channel every time.
Yeah.
Prescott was in his head there, wasn't he? Like, let's all be honest, like, he was in his head then. He had him.
Really. So on to Game 2. I think this is the first game they had in Brazil, down in Sao Paulo, the Chargers and the Chiefs. So the Chargers took the surprise win, 27-21.
I was so happy with that result, I'll be honest. So happy.
So this
I
week,
predicted it again. Yeah, I got another W on the board for the Chargers.
So Ryan and Victoria took the W this one. I thought the Chiefs looked good pre-season and they all looked fit and sharp. Maybe jet lag.
I mean, for the fan, the Chiefs couldn't get the win in Brazil, regardless of all the help they need. But
Exactly.
it was a sluggish first half from them, really. And then when Isaiah Worthy gets injured, I don't think that helped their chances at that point.
But they didn't have the out ball, did they? Yeah, and they're already missing Rashid. So they just need...
I thought, though, the Chargers, again, I know it might be a similar thing we say about obviously the other teams, but I mean, the Chargers look good. Justin Herbert, I mean, he was on fire.
Yeah.
His arm is a cannon anyway, but he was flinging them everywhere, weren't he? And the Chargers, I'd say they were good value for that win.
Yeah.
I just thought, and the Chiefs, they just looked flat, didn't they?
Yeah.
It just looked...
Maybe early season blues for them. Like, they didn't look great at all.
Yeah, and I think it's potentially tactics, isn't it? They're the masters of the one-score wins, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think that they've got the armoury there to go blow teams away. They should go out the blocks and not from the off. Let's try and hurt them, but they don't. They kind of make the 10, make the 10, make the 10, like, run down the clock, make the 10.
Slow burners.
Doesn't get
They're really slow burners, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are. Doesn't get any easier for them though next week with the games coming up.
Yeah, so
doesn't get any easier for the Chiefs.
The star man there, Justin Herbert. You reckon the star man?
He was insane. For me, he was the star man. He was running the show, weren't he? I thought he was immense. Yeah. I mean, I thought they fully well deserved that win, to be honest. I mean, Chiefs were good, just not good enough on the day, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, about Game 3.
Commanders and the Giants. Now, Commanders obviously get the win, 21-6. Again, I predicted that one. Victoria get the W as well from our predictions from last week.
Yeah, watching so I went with the Giants for this win. Watching pre-season as they rotated around through the quarterbacks, I thought everybody but Wilson looked great pre-season.
Yeah,
and they went QB1 with Wilson. I just couldn't understand that offensively.
I watched it on Red Zone, and every time they showed Wilson doing anything, he just looked terrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know from watching him play for the Broncos, and he weren't great for us either, but he just looked terrible.
He had too many Hail Marys. He tried to rush too much.
Yeah.
When you've got people like Malik Neighbours as a target, he's out jumping these big guys and he's rapid. He's giving them 2 or 3 yards and he's gone. They didn't use that enough.
Specifically, I thought the Giants were really set. Do I think the Commanders were excellent this week? No, but I think they
beat a worse team.
They beat a worse team. I'm sure Daniels will have better games from his side because obviously defensively, Burns sacked him a couple of times, didn't he, on Sunday? I think offensively for the Giants, it weren't clicking for them. I wonder how long they'll stick with Wilson if that sort of carries on. They've got the Cowboys, I think, in the next game. I think another showing like that, and people will be calling for Dart.
They had momentum a few times and never took advantage of it. Yeah. So
Star man, Lee, who's your star man for the?
I'm going
Giants
with what you mentioned, Burns. It's 2 sacks in constant heat. It wasn't a game for the offense, was it?
No, like Gilly said about the edge rush, that he's a machine, weren't he? You see how quickly he was getting up. I think there's one point when he actually had Daniels carried in his arms, trying to carry him down the pitch. I'm like, whoa, that's not the type of person you want to be messing about with, is it?
Yeah, it's not exactly like Daniels is a little guy either.
No, exactly, yeah.
So game 4, the Bengals and Browns.
Now this was a close one. I mean, we said last week this could have gone either way, and it literally, as we say, a point in it. Bengals do get the win, 17-16. It was close.
It was low scoring, but it was
Team
really
Ryan got
exciting,
the W
wasn't it?
again. It was a really good game, actually.
Yeah.
From what I saw of it, I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was from what I saw. I mean, ugly but effective, I guess, for one of them where you just grind out the win.
Yeah, just doing enough. It's that I thought it was a poor offensive showing from both sides. I don't think there was enough creativity, enough.
Was it Jerry Jeudy went for 2 diving catches? I think it might have been 2. It might have been someone else who got the second one, and the ball just bounced off his hands for an interception.
Bounced the fans. Yeah. I mean, that's how close it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
These things, like, you think catches those, and it's we're talking about a different thing, and Daddy Flacco's getting all the praise, but it's just...
Yeah. Again, another quarterback that played for the Broncos, but weren't great when he played for us, just didn't really do enough.
Daddy Flacco. We've stolen the name Daddy Flacco, and that's how he's now being known.
He's taken his little the other youngsters under his wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, how long do you think he lasts before Sanders gets him?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Watching the offensive showing last week, I thought that Flacco managed the game very well, managed the time well. The shape was good, but just nothing. There was no. It was just routine stuff. It was kind of like a practice game for him. It was, let's make a few yards, let's throw to someone. But
Sanders is excited, though, isn't he?
Well, that's it. Just gets the fans going, doesn't it? Because they want to see him.
He did. I think when they bring him in, a couple of losses for the Browns, and again similar to the Giants, I think there'll be people shouting for Sanders to come in. I mean,
I think it's that more modern quarterback, isn't it? It's we've said it on the show before. We like to see the running backs and the wide receivers. Yeah. I like to see the quarterback running. I like to see him jinxing and making the space, but then also not sliding once he got past 10. Take the hit.
Yeah.
yeah. Make 20. It's yes. I think Joe Burrow. I think just about edges Daddy Flacco for the game management.
Yeah.
He got it through for him in the end, and like Joe. I mean, he's immense. Everyone knows he's top quality QB, and he showed his worth there by guiding them through to get that over the line.
The wide receivers weren't great for me.
Smart Chase didn't have his best game, but I feel, I mean, fantasy points wise, I'm sure he will come good. And as we said, for me, game week 1, but get that win on the board. I mean, that's
has that big contract he got pre-season, has that added additional expectations, and could he hack that? That's the thing.
I think he'll come good. I think he'll come good. He's too good not to whack up those points.
Exactly. Goes on to game 5. This was Victoria's game. The big derby. Packers and Lions. The two teams fighting out for their divisional title. So the Packers surprising here with a 27-13 win.
Some people say surprising.
It was comprehensive.
I called it.
Yeah.
I'm right on the predictions.
You already went for the win because me and Victoria said Packers. I said Lions.
I tell you, the thing with the Packers again though, like Love looked really impressive.
Looked lively, didn't he?
Like he looked really good. And Packers, I know we've called them out. I think they might be a bit of a dark horse. I mean, in that division, it's a good statement win over your rivals in that to get yourself going.
I've never seen the Lions' offense look as rattled as they were. Goff didn't look. He was all over the place with the Packers defense there. They were monsters.
I mean, they were flexing the Packers.
Yeah.
Parsons got his sack as well, didn't he? So he's up and running.
Yeah.
Defensively, they're good anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, adding him into that team is only going to improve him, as we keep saying. I think it'll be an interesting season for the Packers.
Exactly. I think he was a star man for me. I think it's just added that extra didn't it? Just added that extra little bit of quality in that. Because it wasn't just his movement or his. You could see him directing. You could see him controlling as well. He looked a proper leader, and he's playing well. He raises the bar for others, doesn't it?
Be good. That was a good game. I mean, a lot of the game week one games were like some of the matchups.
So good all weekend, really. I was watching Red Zone.
The schedulers this week were like, well, let's just pick all the decent games, win them out for week one. Let's get going. No better way to end it on that with the Bills and the Ravens. I mean, a win for the Bills. Let's go. And a clean sweep in terms of predictions for me. So 6 for 6. I got the W on that one. Did I think in the fourth quarter the Bills were going to win when they were 15 down with 4 to go? No. But Alan pulls out the bag. So
we got to ask the question: were you flicking over to other games with a quarter to go, or was you?
I don't think there'd be many people who thought. I mean, history making probably for the Bills there. I don't think anyone realistic. Both were really good sides again. I mean, Henry was again immense in terms of his running with the ball, and that both quarterbacks were on fire. I mean, I think TDs for both. Lamar Jackson, we know how good he is.
Yeah.
Allen was that fourth quarter though. They pulled out the bag, didn't they? The Bills.
That was insane.
I just can't believe how much they folded. They gave the ball away silly. They just kind of collapsed. It was strange. I've never seen the Ravens not have an answer. It was.
What a story for the kicker as well. Did you hear about the kicker as well? Apparently he was on the red eye the night before, landed straight into the game, and then he's kicked the winning in the last second. I mean, how cool is that?
That's wicked.
Yeah. Oh.
Like you said before as well, about Jared Allen calling the fans out, like, where you going? It's not over till it's over. But I wonder how many Eagles fans thought, yeah, that'll do. Sorry, not Eagles, Ravens fans thought, yeah, that'll do, and turned it off, thinking, game over,
Probably
we've done.
We've won it. We've done it.
Yeah.
Let's go for that last train arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all fairness, though,
let's take the bar first.
Yeah. Bills won. Ravens are still going to be there or thereabouts at the end. I mean, they're going to take away a lot. I mean, you scored 40 odd points in a game against one of your teams who are again pushing. So, they both scored 41 and 40. Both teams obviously offensively excellent. They're going to give some teams some beatings this year. The Ravens will be there or thereabouts.
I think it was great offense. I don't think the defenses were that bad. I just think the offenses were
so good.
It's and it was really the Ravens offense that collapsed. They had time to slow the game down.
Yeah.
It's
if anything, it's just poor game management, isn't it, in the final quarter?
Exactly. Yeah. It's seeing like Lamar just looking round. Take two. It's you can't. You wouldn't expect an MVP to be letting the game go in the last quarter.
Yeah.
So you got to put that as much on the offense, haven't you, as the defense? So, who do you reckon, Ryan, was the star man?
My boy, it's Mr. MVP for me, Mr. Allen. Good game all round, but I think if you look at what he done in that last quarter, he won the game there for the Bills. I don't think anyone would knock out past him. I mean, his management there, the throws he was making just to get us down there and to give us that opportunity to score that field goal right at the end there. I'm giving it to Josh.
Yeah, I just think he knows when to run.
He's got it. Both are very good, aren't they? Both can run with the ball.
Yeah.
Both got cannons on arms. I mean, come the end of the season, they'll both be talked for MVP as well. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Unless this is the beginning of the Ravens collapse.
Cool. No Ravens fans for you this week, Lee.
I've upset one fan base each week, haven't I?
Hang on, did you upset them last week? I think no. Did you?
No, the Falcons last
the Falcons
week.
last week.
Yeah. We're supposed to have
Something about birds he doesn't like.
Yeah, so after week 1, we got Ryan with 6 out of 6 in the predictions.
Show me the money.
Well, you should have put your money where your mouth is, I think.
I should have done, yeah.
And so last week's guest, Victoria, had a respectable 4 out of 6.
Good going.
And the less said about my predictions, the better. But it's a long season.
It
So,
is. It's week 1.
It's only week 1. So this brings us to this week's matchups. So we have Will here to give his predictions and look to go one better than Victoria in our guest matchup.
Well, we'll see. It's a bold call.
No pressure. No pressure.
We're starting this week's predictions in Green Bay. So Commanders versus Packers. What are your thoughts, Ryan?
Ooh, another good game, to be honest. Straight in from, to the Packers to go from playing the Lions straight into a Commanders team who done so well last year. It's going to be, I guess, the Daniels versus Love game, as people will sort of call it. Daniels got over 300 yards last week, but under the Lambeau lights, could be a different story.
Yeah, I agree there. I think that Mike Parsons' debut was huge for the boys last week, and that Packers defense is scary.
Yeah.
And I think Daniels will want that bearing down on him.
If I was to go for my own prediction, and we'll see what you're thinking after, but I reckon the Packers are going to get the win again. I think Love was on fire on Sunday, and I can see this only being another win for the Packers. I'm saying they're going to go 2-0.
So, Will, what are your thoughts?
I have to agree with you, Rai. I can't see past the Packers at home. That crowd behind them is just too good, and they played so well last week. Again, like you said, 2-0, easy.
Yeah.
What are you going for, Lee?
I'm going to go clean sweep there for the Packers. It's I thought the Commanders, whilst they had a good win last week, it was against a very poor offense, and there were times where the game could have swung either way. They had a late rally, but there were times in the middle of the game, at the third quarter, they could have let a few points slip. You can't do that against the Packers.
No, they've got too many weapons, haven't they?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's Jordan Love's not going to make the same mistakes as Russell Wilson.
No.
So clean sweep there for us with the Packers. That's on to Giants versus Cowboys. So I think it's going to be a slow start for the Giants this season. I think until they sort out the QB, or which QB is going to lead them out, and then get some stability, they're going to struggle. For me, Wilson's not the man. So I'm going to go for Dak to continue his good form and a Cowboys win. Will, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so my thoughts on Russell Wilson, and if he leads the Giants out again, they'll not do anything, and that's a pretty big rivalry game as well, that one, the Giants Cowboys, and the Cowboys did play pretty well last week, they just didn't get the win, so yeah, I'll go Cowboys on that one myself.
Ryan?
I think so as well, like you're saying, both of you. The Giants only scored 6 last week. The Cowboys defence, I think they'll be too strong. I can see Wilson struggling again. I can't see where they go, really, the Giants. Playing Dallas, I can only look at a Dallas win. I think, to everyone's sad, Dallas looked good last week. Everyone said we all thought Philly were going to walk over them a little bit. It wasn't as straightforward for the Eagles as they thought, and I can only see the Cowboys winning here. First home game, Giants look like they're struggling.
Yeah.
Cowboys win.
Yeah. So, on to the next game here. Bears versus Lions. So, Will, who are you going for in the Ben Johnson Bowl?
That's a tough one, that, isn't it?
It's a good game, isn't it? Again.
That's a really good game. That could go either way. You might even have to just flip a coin on that one, lads.
What are you feeling vibe-wise, Will? What? In your heart of hearts?
I do like the Lions. I think there is a little bit of a soft spot there for them because they're always they're just there, aren't they? And you do like them, and I'd like to see them do well. And again, it's the first home game of the season, and you'll want to see them ball out at home. So I think I'll go home team again, and I'll go Lions.
You can't lie. I mean, this is, as we said, this is another massive game, and I've actually got quite a lot of love for the Bears. I do really like Caleb Williams as well. I think he's really good. He looked good the other night, but for me, also, I'm sort of saying what you're saying, Gillian. I can't see past the Lions. Her first home game of the season. They're a very good side, the Lions. They've got, again, some great weapons. I just see this being a Lions win.
Yeah, well, yeah, I totally agree there. I think it's going to take a little time for Johnson's reshaping to be complete. We saw glimpses of it last week. It's much better protection for Williams. But I think it's going to be a Lions win. But I think it will be much closer than in previous years. I think it's not going to be the Bears to the slaughter. I think it could be a close game. But I just think the Lions have just got enough in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bills versus Jets.
Let's go Buffalo. I mean, I think it's obvious where I'm going. Josh Allen, as we mentioned, was magical against the Ravens. The Jets gave up 34 points to Aaron Rodgers. Easy win for the Bills.
Yeah. So Ryan's there upsetting all our Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Yeah. So whilst you may have your blue, red and white tinted glasses on, I think you're right. Whilst the Jets did manage 32 points against the Steelers, they considered too many. And I think the calibre they're facing this week is such a step up. So a Bills win. You agree, Will?
I have to agree. And you'd see my Super Bowl prediction there. That the Jets they're not at it, are they? I mean, letting Aaron Rodgers put that many on you. If you got a Grandad Rodgers over Daddy Flacco, I mean, I can't see past the Bills there.
Yeah, so game of the week. Super Bowl rematch.
What a game this is, isn't it? Straight away, week 2 again. I mean, you got to feel a bit for the Chiefs. I mean, an international game and then straight into a game against the Super Bowl champs. That's just how it cooks in the NFL, I guess.
The last time he's met, the Eagles were stronger all over the field, I thought, and they deserved victors. But whilst the Chiefs did lose in Brazil, I did see some good signs on the offense. And the Eagles were a couple of catches from losing last week.
Yeah.
Usually after Jalen Hurts was ejected. So I'm edging towards a Chiefs win. A bit like you said about the Packers there. It's the Arrowhead crowd could get behind them. It's going to be I think both teams need it. So I think I'm just going to go for. I think Chiefs might edge it, but I think it will be the back to form, that one score win that managed the game out. I think.
I think the Chiefs need this, and is it going 0-2 in the AFC? I mean, that's pretty brutal in that division with some of the teams in it. But I am actually going for a Philly win. I think the Eagles are going to do it. I think they're going to go 0-2.
Yep.
Will, what are you going for, mate?
I'm just writing my teams down here, and I'd already written down Eagles before you'd even started speaking. Right, I mean, I don't think I could bring myself to write the Chiefs down anyway. But thinking with my head and rather than being silly, I don't think the Chiefs are going to be at it this year, and I think they're going to be one of the surprise teams for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So I think 2-0 Philly.
I think they might be the team that have might be the team that have the biggest drop this year. Could be the Chiefs. I mean, they could go from a Super Bowl to actually really struggling. I mean, they've got some hard fixtures in their schedule, so you don't want to be going. I mean, we saw with the Bengals last year. You lose those first few games, it's really hard to get into that playoff. I mean, the Bengals did push it really well at the end, and the Chiefs have got enormous talent. You can't not. Paddy Mahomes is amazing. They've got so many good players there, but you start going on that losing streak, it's hard to
get out of it.
Back going again.
Yeah. I can see both sides. I just think that Arrowhead might make the difference for me. It's too close a game for me to call in terms of who's going to win. But I think the home advantage will just push it over. I think if it was at Lincoln, then I think Eagles would have been the other way around.
Yeah, I agree there. If anything is going to swing it, then it's going to be Arrowhead, isn't it?
Arrowhead's going to be.
If that's rocking, then it might be flat after the loss last week. Especially if they go down early, it could be flat. We've seen that in many big games. If the crowd aren't with you, if you don't get that extra man, then So we are on to last but
The
not
real big
least.
game.
The real
The
big game.
real big game.
We got Broncos versus Colts, so break it down for us.
So, I mean, Indy put up a big score last week, but it was against the Dolphins. So, I mean, but then if you kind of catch that on the flip side, their tails are up. They got a pretty decent win, and that gives their entire team confidence, and they're at home. And for the Broncos, offensively, we had a couple of flash moments, but on the whole, we weren't great. Defensively, we were absolutely solid, but again, that was against the rookie quarterback in his first game. But if the defense are at it and get at the Colts for the whole game, which by the looks of them they can, then it's a Broncos win. And I'm going to say Broncos anyway.
You're always going to go for your
Yeah.
team, aren't you?
Yeah, so after all that, then it's...
After all that chat, Broncos anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's similar thought process, I think, for me. It's with the... both teams got a W last week. Although the Colts, again, that woeful Dolphins team. I think any team would have beaten them. They had nothing. There was no fight. There was no spark. They didn't turn up. They could have played their third team, and I don't think the score would have been any different.
I think even listening to the commentary of the game was like they were shocked by the points that the Colts were actually putting up so quickly.
Exactly.
I think there was a thing on it, and we're quite. I think Dan Jones scored on every drive that they done.
Yeah.
Overall, he was. I mean,
It's the first time in history it's been done on someone's debut.
not a bad way for him to start.
Not a bad start, yeah.
So I'm going to go a bit against you. I'm going for a Colts win.
That's what I think. I think the Colts may edge it. I think it'd be a great test to see how Dan Jones gets on against a stronger defense. But I do think they've got some. We reviewed them. Was it last week? We
reviewed them. Yeah, they got some good. Well, wide receiver, running back. They've got a good little duo going there. The Colts.
Exactly.
We said last week if Dan Jones gets going, they could be a dark horse. But it's a harder test for them for me. But I think they might just edge it.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah,
It'll be a really, really good game.
Yeah, there's like Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren. They're not to be sniffed at, really. And you got Michael Pittman Jr. in there. It's what they may lack in because Miami had no offense last week, so we don't know how they're going to be tested defensively.
Yeah.
But I thought that even if the Miami were woeful, you've still got to put the points on the board. You've still got to make the throws, make the plays. So I think it's just good. I think it's going to be close. I think because of the Broncos defense, I think it'll make it close. I think. Because I wasn't, you mentioned it earlier, I wasn't impressed with Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little bit off after a great, whether it's the pressure of second season or not. It's or just that a lot of these players, they don't play pre-season, do they?
No, he didn't play a great deal through pre-season. There was that first quarter or half of the first quarter. I was like, we can't risk you getting injured, and then it's everyone else. So we had Jared Stidham. Played quite a lot of pre-season and he looked actually really good.
Yeah. So you haven't got that rhythm. So you're hitting it cold, aren't you?
Yeah.
That first start, under the lights, boom. It's
and at home as well. So that first game at home, there is that pressure there as well, isn't there, to get the win.
Yeah. So I don't think so. Whilst I don't like going against our guest there, I just think the Colts will edge it there, purely on confidence. I think that they're riding high.
Yeah.
They've started well. Dan Jones will be out to prove everyone was wrong.
Yeah.
And it's good that their talented wideouts have got someone who can throw a ball now. Yeah.
Game of the week then. What are we watching, chaps, this week? What is going to be the one to watch? Is it obvious? Is it the Super Bowl rematch?
I think it could be.
Yeah.
I do think it could be. I mean, I won't be watching that one because, I'll be watching the Broncos. But yeah, I think the game to watch would be that one, that Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, but it could be two negatives, couldn't it? Can cancel each other out. It could be a tetchy game, could be a low scoring game, or it could be a Ravens Bills, let's just hammer and tong it.
And then it could be interesting to watch Mahomes get absolutely torn to pieces, couldn't it?
I think Chiefs, they've got the talent there. They need to go at somebody. They need to give someone a good hiding.
Yeah.
And they never
What are
do
you
that.
watching, Lee? What are you watching this week?
So I think the Ben Johnson Bowl is going to be a interesting watch. I think it'd be great to see how his old team face against his new team, the Bears Lions, is going to be there's a lot of talent on the show there, I think. And for the Lions, will be stung after last week. So I think that's going to be.
They've got a point to prove this week, haven't they? After
Exactly, yeah. Especially with Ben Johnson leaving them. There's some internal stuff, wasn't there? Something that I think they've got a point to prove to him that they are. Yeah. And most of it, they know. The players at the line, they know what Ben Johnson's does, what it was about. So it's the things that he's trying to implement at Bears, it's already implemented at the Lions. So their defense will be close to knowing what the plays are going to be before they happen.
We all know where I'm watching. 2-0, Buffalo.
Yeah, so
That's it for this week's predictions. Yeah, that's it. All wrapped up. Thanks, Will, for joining us.
No, you're welcome.
We'll see
Anytime.
how you get on next week on your duel against Victoria from your this week's predictions.
Well, I'll be listening to see if you hammer me or not.
Yeah. Let's see how we get on next week. So,
Yeah.
Thanks again, mate.
No worries, mate.
Cheers,
No
mate.
worries.
Thanks. Bye. So welcome back to this week's Explain the Play. So today we're diving into one of the most overlooked but absolutely crucial parts of American football, the special teams. Now if you've never watched a game before, you might not even know what that means. So let's break it down.
Yeah, because if you look at football and what you think about it, they usually think about the offense, the team trying to score the points, and then the defense, the people trying to stop them. But there's a third phase of the game, and that's where the special teams come in.
Exactly. Special teams handle all the kicking plays, kickoffs, punts, field goals, and extra points. Basically, any time the ball is kicked instead of thrown or run, you're looking at special teams in action.
Yeah, so let's start with the kickoff. At the beginning of each half, and after the other team scores, one side kicks the ball downfield to the other. The kicker's job is to boot it as far as possible, while the returner's job is to catch it and run back, hopefully setting up some good field position.
And that returner is often one of the fastest, most agile players in the team, because he's basically dodging 11 opponents, sprinting full speed to tackle him.
They are rapid, those players, aren't they? Like when they get it, you see them, they are quick.
It can get pretty intense. Was it last year, Cooper DeJean, the rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, made the return, scored a touchdown.
And next up, we've got the punting unit. If the offense fails to get the first down and they don't want to risk it, they'll punt it. Basically, a massive kick downfield to push the other team back as far as possible. Again, though, the returner's back there trying to catch it and trying to make a play.
Right, so it's not just about scoring. Special teams is all about field position. Where you start on the field can completely change how a drive plays out.
Yeah, and then you've got the field goal unit. I mean, that's when the kicker tries to put the ball through the uprights for the 3 points, like the Bills did this week. Or if it's after a touchdown, they'll try for the extra point, which is worth 1 point.
And don't forget about blocking kicks. Special teams isn't just the kicker and the returner. You've got linemen trying to stop the kick from ever getting off the ground, and guys flying in from the sides to block it.
Yeah, some of the craziest plays in football, they actually probably come from the special teams. And I mean, a block punt, a surprise onside kick, and then a huge return from the touchdown.
Yeah, so if you're brand new to football, think of special teams as a momentum shifter. They don't always get the headlines, but if one big play on the special teams can totally swing the game.
Exactly, and the funny thing is, coaches always say, don't forget the special teams, because if you do, that's when it comes back to bite you.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Mind the Snap. Today, we're diving into the one most storied and most unpredictable divisions in football, the NFC East. We've got Super Bowl champs, QB controversies. This division has it all. So let's break it down by team, who's feeling the heat, who's the star man, and how it all might shake out.
So we've got to start with the champs. Philly's flying high after that Super Bowl win and that win in week 1. But Ryan, who's feeling the heat?
I think it's got to be, they've changed obviously the offensive coaching side now, haven't they? So after Kellen Moore's left, the offense, I mean, they've got a really full stacked offense, but if they stumble early, I think there's going to be a lot of spotlight on him.
Yeah, I totally agree, but they've still got Jalen Hurts. He's my star man. Cam, clutch, and now with Barkley in the backfield, that's scary.
He is a machine. I mean, some of the things he was doing last year, Barkley, they are definitely, I mean, Hurts is the engine for me. If he stays healthy, I think they'll be contenders again. Not many people are really talking about him at the moment, but I've got them probably winning this division. I mean, it's a good way to start with that win over Dallas.
Same here. I think they're the team to beat. I think if they all stay healthy, they'd made no more silly mistakes in the first 6 seconds of a game, they could go all the way.
And we move on to the boys from Dallas. Let's talk about those Cowboys. They're always dramatic, but who's under pressure in Big D?
I mean, Brian Schottenheimer, new head coach, is inheriting a locker room that's been, let's say, tense, and losing Micah Parsons didn't help.
That does not help your team coming into a new seed. I mean, and Dak Prescott, he needs a bounce back here. I mean, I'm watching CeeDee Lamb. For me, he's the star man, but with George Pickens now in the mix, could give Lamb some pressure.
Yeah, if they can protect Dak and get some defensive stops, I think they'll be in the mix. I potentially got them sneaking into the wildcard territory, especially the way they played the other night. They took the Phillies to the right to the end.
They're very talented, but I think you could say for the Cowboys they're inconsistent.
Yeah, I think whilst they could sneak into wildcard, I think that it's very. They're in rebuild mode again. New head coach, new ideas, losing big players. That's not here. So we'll move on to the Washington Commanders.
Now here's a team I can get behind. Washington, who's feeling the heat in Washington?
That run defense. They brought in Von Miller and Kinlaw, but they were smashed last year. If they can't stop the run, it won't matter how good Daniels is.
Yeah, Daniels is really good, isn't he? I mean, for me, he'll probably grow again this year and keep the form going. I mean, they've done well last year. I mean, the win over the Lions was impressive last year when they got into the playoffs. He's my star, I think. I mean, the kid is electric. And with Debo and McLaurin, this offense could be fireworks.
Yeah, I'm buying into the hype. I've got them pushing Philly for the division.
Same here. I think they're going to be a dark horse. I think they can only move on from where they were last year.
Exactly. I think that they'll finish similar into the playoffs. I don't think they've got quite the talent of some of the other bigger boys, but they're not out of the conversation.
And then we move over to a team we've got a bit of love for, the Giants.
Exactly. Our first loves in the NFL.
Who's sweating in New York, Lee? Who's
Russell Wilson. This is it for him. It's if he flops, he's got Jackson Dart waiting in the wings, and I think Winston could offer more as well. And at least he's very short.
I think the fans are crying out for Dart, aren't they? He was really impressive in pre-season, and there's a lot of hype around Wilson. We spoke about it earlier on when we were going through predictions with Gilligan. I mean, the Giants looked a little lost with that Wilson leading the offense. He's got to get a win this week. If not, I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure.
Exactly. I can see why they put him in because of that experience, because he's been there and done that. But he was lost at times. There were times that he could have controlled the game, but he made the wrong choices. If someone's gonna come in and make wrong choices, let it be a rookie. Let him learn. Let him add some excitement and some spark. Get the fans going. Get the MetLife bouncing.
And that's where you go, don't you? And then someone I'm excited about the Giants. He was great last year. Neighbours. I mean, that rookie is a game changer, and he could be the spark they need.
Exactly. With it still rebuilding, Neighbours definitely a game changer, and could be the spark they need to progress. They took the gamble last year on the rookie wide receiver, So why don't they take the gamble on the rookie quarterback?
Give Dart a go.
A youthful invention that no fear. Let's let them loose.
Look what the Titans done with Cam Ward. He looked good last week. Straight in, give him a go. I mean, Wilson's got lots of experience. Don't get me wrong, but I think Dart is the way for the Giants to be going.
They want to be great to have around as backups.
Yeah,
give advice, work with him on his decision making, calm him down, talk to him, but just let him go, let him throw.
We got Daddy Flacco. Why can't the Giants have Daddy Wilson?
Exactly.
Seems to be the way forward. I don't think the Giants are going to make that playoffs. I think this division's stacked as it is with the Eagles and the Commanders. So I think it's going to be really hard for the Giants. And the Cowboys are in the mix in that division. It's a hard one. I don't see it for the Giants this year. I think they will be better than last year, though.
I do, yeah. So let's lock it in then. So final standings.
Eagles are winning this division. If not, maybe even the Super Bowl. They're definitely going to be there or thereabouts again. Commanders, I can see having a good season again. Daniels will improve. The Cowboys, as we said, looked good last week in Philly. Surprised me a little bit. Again, as we mentioned in our prediction, everyone thought the Cowboys were going to get wiped to the floor by the Eagles, but they look good. Yeah. Giants, there's a lot of hype around them, a lot of excitement. I just don't think it's their year.
No, not this year, no. But I can see with the way Cowboys played last week and the way the Commanders played last year and how they got through, it only takes a couple of slip-ups from the Eagles to make it a lot closer than it should be. You look at the lineups and you think the Eagles could walk this division. But I think that it could be if Chiefs get a result this weekend and the Commanders and Cowboys step up, already breathing down the neck from the off. It's
Eagles lose to the Chiefs, Commanders win. Commanders go 2-0.
Yep.
And then they're up and running. You never know. I think they'll make a big push for them this year. I mean, it's going to be close.
Exactly, yeah. It's chaos is tradition in the NFC East, isn't it?
That's a crazy division. Teams galore in there, isn't there? I mean, you've got some classic teams in there.
Yeah. So, this is one to you, listeners. So, let us know what you think. So, we'll be back next week with a look at the AFC East. And trust me, if this one's chaos, the AFC East is spicy.
It definitely is, so until then, stay sharp, stay passionate, enjoy the ride. And that's it for this week's episode of Minor Snap. If you've got this far, we really thank you for sticking with us. And I hope you tune in next week.
And if you want to check us out and interact on our socials, we are on Instagram, Mind the Snap Podcast, X, Mind the Snap Pod, TikTok, Mind the Snap Podcast, and our new Facebook group, you can find that under Mind the Snap Podcast. Everything's in our link tree, which is available in the bio of all our socials.
Make sure you share some love. This can only help us continue to grow the pod if you enjoy listening to us. We appreciate the support. Give us some feedback.
So I'd like to once again thank our guest, Gilly. This week was the first of our listener guests. So reach out on the socials if you yourselves want to join us like Will and chat all things NFL.
He had some good insight. I mean, our first Broncos fan, so he's representing the Bronco Nation.
Yeah, so thanks. So we have another week.
Another down. Mind the snap.